Brotherly love is fired up. They're saying fly, Eagles, fly, as they get ready to match up with Russell Wilson and the Seattle Seahawks. The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
You're not ready. Sit. Tight dog. Great. Here, sit. 54th Mike.
To throw is Wentz. And his first look is incomplete. Alshon Jeffrey, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
But when you're going up against a talented receiver like that, you just know that they're going to bring more people to him, right? They're going to double cover him every chance they get.
I think that is what we're going to see all game long. An early taste of that double, maybe even sometimes triple coverage we might see.
Yeah, I think what they're counting on, his talent to sometimes beat that double coverage. For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
But just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1.
Check 43. Check 9. Run. He's checking. Crap. Lefty.
This is Corey Clement, the 3rd-year back from Wisconsin. And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first. He needed a yard. That's what he got, and it's going to earn him a new set of downs.
Here we go. 46-yard line. Switch on the other side. Solid. Switch. Bush. Check 25. Check 37. Check. Rip. Kill.
On 1st down, they go with Clement again. They find some open field here. And he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first.
I know that play went to the left side, and that's what it was designed to do, an outside handoff there. But how about the whole offensive line being involved? Seal the left side where the play was going, what they call play side. But how about on the back side? Just taking care of business to make sure no one can get there and disrupt it.
Is the biggest key to left tackle?
Without a doubt. Control that edge. Get out there. You want that left tackle. If you bring your tight end over there, either way, control the edge of the line of scrimmage. You got a chance to rumble.
So the face mask, quite a blessing there as they'll start out of harm's way with a 1st and 10.
Check 13. Check 50. Flat. Please. Hey, alert 3. Check 3.
They'll run the toss to Clement. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
Go. 180. 54. Right, 54. Hey, keep it up. Watch out. Sunday. Right there. 54 Mike. Right here. Shoot! Hey, Sack. Hey, ram.
On 2nd down, Clement. And he'll get 4 there, down to about the 12-yard line.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Waiting. Mike by 4. Man, that's trash. Check. Wide. Get wide. Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety. Switch.
Boston Scott, his first carry. And he'll be brought down well short of the first at about the 9-yard line. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down.
He was hoping to get to the edge, but they did a really nice job of forcing him back inside. That's excellent fundamental defensive football. Don't let them outside where they can really shred your defense.
So on comes the Eagle kicker, Jake Elliott, on 4th down. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. The kick by Elliott is good. And the Eagles, they take a 3-0 lead. So the opening drive does yield points, maybe not the 7 they wanted, but they'll take the 3.
Accumulating first downs does not go up on the scoreboard, but it does go into the DNA of a team that's trying to establish itself to start a game. That has to feel pretty good for them. They'll take the 3.
Yeah, they had 3 first downs and 3 points. Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. And lucky to get away with one there. That one nearly picked. 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. A first carry for the converted wideout, J.D. McKissick. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Tackle made that time by Brandon Graham. On 3rd down, Wilson. And that will be incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for.
Yeah, and wasn't it interesting in our meeting with the coaching staff that they all made sure to let us know, we know where we are right now, but the playoffs don't start tomorrow. We still got some time, and they plan on putting it together, formulating a streak, got the whole month of December still left to play. They think they can get in.
And they made it very obvious to us that there's no playoff talk in the locker room right now. It's win this game and look to next week.
Excellent focus.
Man 5-7. Hey, empty.
On 2nd down now, Clement, and he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a 1st down. Keep the sticks moving.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Ram. Lane 5-3. What's your son?
On 1st down, it's Scott. And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. Robert Kimdichie, the one to bring him down.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, Creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
74, 74. Lion. Hey, Lou.
Check curls. You go tight. You got tight.
Go.
You got tight right there. Slide.
Now they'll throw it. Wentz. He'll rifle this one deep right side. This is caught at the 20. A big play there for Philly. 49 yards.
But we spent a lot of time exalting the offensive masterminds in this game, right? They draw up these beautiful plays. They look so perfect up on the board. But occasionally, sometimes you just say, throw it up and let him go get it. How about that play?
Joker.
Great.
Kill.
On 1st and 10, it's Clement. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports.
Check. Watch 54. Hey, here we go.
Run.
Check 31. Hatchet.
Lefty.
Hey, check 24. Watch 24. Hey, check 24. Check 24.
Here's Clement. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line. So that run gets them about halfway home.
Yeah, it's now 2nd and goal. The end zone beckons. It looms. They can do whatever they want. Full playbook. Run it again, or they can go play action and try and put it in that way.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal.
You better bring it.
Other side, solid.
You better bring it.
Hey, Bush.
He's coming.
Wentz defers to Clement. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is a time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal.
Fresno. Spine.
Grip.
No.
No.
Tighten up. Check 99.
They'll try to run this one in. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd. Let's think here. You're still just in the second quarter. You taking the 3 points?
I am taking the 3 points, and I'm just relying on my defense here. Show me I have a little confidence in them, and let the offense know, nice drive. Come back next time. We'll go get 6 then, but for now, we'll take the 3.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
What? Waiting.
You.
On 2nd and 15 now. Wilson. Eagle pressure. Too much this time. Down he goes. Fletcher Cox in there for the sack, and he's closing in on the all-time record. That's number 19 on the year. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Stay open. He's crossing. He's checking cross. Watch twist. Watch twist.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. And that is incomplete.
It's always a goal, and it's really nice defensively when you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion.
Force an incompletion and force another punt. The punt team on now is from their end zone. They get it away. Now fair catch is called for and taken at the, we'll call it the 37-yard line.
Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 37-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And their 2 drives thus far both led to points, albeit both field goals, so the lead just 6-0, but the ability to move the ball is evident.
Well, that's, heartening, as they say, but it's not what they're about. What they're about is putting the ball in the end zone and putting 6s on the board. So if you're the offensive coordinator, you like what you're doing, but you don't love it. You've got to find a way to ring that bell. Then you can have a little self-satisfied grin. Right now, a little more determination is needed.
Wentz now on 1st down. And he'll hit Jeffrey complete. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down.
57.
Mine's 50.
Kill.
Watch the screen. He gets
Topper.
Now Wentz. He'll hit Jackson complete. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
It'll be a nickel look here for the Seahawks on 3rd down. Throwing is Wentz. Now they set up the screen for Clement. He's got the 1st down and more inside the 40. And he's all the way down to the 13-yard line. A huge play there on the screen pass, and even 40 yards.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game.
Check 4.
They'll run on 1st down. Clement. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. They follow up that gigantic gain with the tiniest of pickups, 1 yard.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
I'm going back to you. Check safety.
Tyson.
Watch the shit.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
6 guys. Check 6 guys.
Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. On 2nd and 9, Wentz going to go to Clement here out of the backfield. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. 12 yards there and a 1st down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
3 red zone trips have yielded just 2 field goals for them to this point, so they'll be searching for something more on 2nd and goal here.
Alert 3.
Ram.
Shit.
They'll try to run this one in. And he's in. Touchdown, Eagles. Boston Scott, his first touchdown on the year. And the Eagles able to push further out in front.
I wonder if he changed anything on his play sheet or they just executed better. Because they had 2 previous drives that ended in field goals. Before this one, they finally were able to put into the end zone.
Well, whatever he did, speaking of the offensive coordinator, might be using that formula going forward. It worked there.
Yeah, it worked very well. He and his field general in pretty good sync right now. They're starting to move the ball well.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a 1st down and change our momentum?
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
19.
Out of the gun, here's Wilson. And to the tight end here, Safarian Jenkins. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime.
Let's go, defense. 12. Let's go. Mike, number 53.
From the gun, it's Wilson. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Anderson Aho. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line.
Well, it's a cold night, and whether you're a quarterback that wears a glove on his throwing hand or not, that ball is a rock, Brandon. You've got to really drive it through the cold and the wind, or it can take off on you, and that may have been what happened there.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Showing up. Check.
This by 7.
Check. Kill.
Now Scott. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
They're going to need some therapy after this.
Down the man inside.
Check 43. Check 9. He's checking. Crash.
Man 5-7.
Deuce. Switch it.
Now a give right side. It's Scott. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down. The Eagles on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3.
Hey, empty.
Check 37.
Ram. Hey, Charlie. Lynch 5-3.
Throwing now is Wentz. He's going to loft one deep left side here. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Intended for Alshon Jeffrey. Incomplete. Shaquille Griffin there defensively.
On 4th down, out is the punter Cameron Johnston to boot it away. Back deep for the Seahawks, Tyler Lockett. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. And great special teams work here. This is knocking on the door of the 5. They'll spot it at the 6-yard line.
6-yard line.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Here we go, D. Here I come again.
Here we go. 4 down. 12.
Final play of the half. It's Wilson. Trying to lay one up deep. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution, or did they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. No gain on the play there, second down. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. And that false start penalty is certainly not helping their cause here. Second down and long. From the shotgun, Wilson. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Avonte Maddox. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
A carry for Clement. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Straight 15, straight 15.
Check 13, check 13.
Go.
Check 52, shift.
Great.
3, alert 3.
What's that?
They'll run again with Clement. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Check 3, check 3.
Watch out. Shift. Run.
49, check.
Lefty.
Check the backer.
This is Clement. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. Moving backwards on first down, never a good thing. What does that do for the mindset on 2nd down?
Well, it changes your play call, definitely, because as a play call, you're advancing yourself thinking, okay, we're going to get a gain here. Now you've got to go back in reverse, come up with something to pick up not just the yardage lost, but gain a few extra.
Flag.
And with a play clock at 3, we'll get a signal and a timeout on the whistle. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter.
Here we go. 180.
50. Here we go.
Other side, solid. Man 5-7. Bush.
On 2nd and 12, Wentz looking for his running back, and he's got him. Call it a 3-yard gain, and it'll be 3rd and 10 now.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Go.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Watch tight end.
Kill. Bravo.
Switch. Alert flare.
No.
Shotgun now for Wentz. This is caught by Jackson. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
That's just flat out a beautiful throw right there.
It was a rope. That's maybe the speed you would see on a slant, but he threw that downfield with that kind of pace.
Now, if he throws that one with any type of arc, puts a little air under it, that play doesn't happen. He had to fire it in there, and he did exactly that.
They'll run with Clement, and he's in for an Eagles touchdown. Corey Clement, his 6th touchdown of the season, and the Eagles able to push further out in front. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
Elliott good on the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to an even 20. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They're in a bit of a bind, a pretty big bind, down 20-0 as they start here on 1st and 10. Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete. The intended target, the tight end, Austin Seferian-Jenkins. But it's going to be 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Slam, slam, slam.
Run left, run left.
Here we go, here we go. 58's the Mike.
Here's McKissick. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Foreseeing completion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. From the gun, Wilson. And he finds Seferian-Jenkins. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 10 yards and a Seattle 1st down.
And the Seahawks 1st down.
Nothing in that first half, nothing on the last drive, but they're moving now with a 1st and 10.
Run left, run left.
53's what's wrong. 53.
Now it's Wilson. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Derek Barnett able to maneuver in for the sack.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations, because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. The quarterback was hit.
Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack.
I'm coming.
Throwing is Wilson. It's caught. Lockett. It's a big play there for Seattle. And even 50 yards.
They're still looking for their first touchdown of the game, and for a second, I thought they had it right there.
Looking on the sideline, it's finally good to see nods of approval as a welcome sign of life that this offense needed. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. And just a couple yards there down to the 17. 2 yards that time, a stark contrast from the big chunk on the previous play.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
From the 17, Wilson. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
Second down and goal. Wilson. And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Avonte Maddox. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So cancel the interception, pass interference.
And you know what else gets canceled? The return yardage. Makes the play, but now it's all for naught.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Operating from the gun, Wilson. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. DK Metcalf. His third touchdown now on the year. And the Seahawks capitalize on this short field as they take it in for 6. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
Looking to throw on second down. Wentz under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Unable to stop KJ right there as he slips by for the sack.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback, third and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way, and what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
Wentz going to throw. And he connects with Ertz. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line.
Partner, that one looked like it was over. I mean, they had control, had the football, and the defense had to make a play in order to keep them in the game. That's exactly what they did.
And now that door ajar, 2-score game, so hold on here, not done in the fourth. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Following the fumble recovery, it's Wilson. Forced out to his left. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir, able to turn that into a positive gain. To throw again on second down. Wilson is complete to Lockett. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Tyler Lockett, his 6th touchdown of the season, as his guys are back within a single score. So that's a really big play here in the fourth quarter. And don't look now. They're right back in this game.
Did it feel to you, as it did to me, that maybe they were a little bit soft in what they were lining up with on defense? Almost like they were protecting the lead rather than trying to make a play.
And now that lead is down to just one score. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Now, Charles, of course, you got to remember, last possession they fumbled. It led to a touchdown. One-score game here. Got to be careful.
And this is where coaching and training really comes into play, doesn't it? What does everyone say after an error? Next play, move on, next drive. That mantra has to come to the front. They've got to take care of business right here and act like the last series just didn't happen.
Here's Wentz to throw. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. It's a gain of 13 and a first down for Philadelphia.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
On first down, Clement. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. On second and 11 now. Wentz. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by the free safety, Eric Berry. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. A critical error there in a tight game in the fourth.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the fourth quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the fourth quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
It's a gain of 15, first down Seahawks.
First down, Seattle.
Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Wilson now 9 of 16 through the air as he's got it first and 10.
14, got it.
Wilson now from the gun, he'll throw. Left side complete to Lockett. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. It's a gain of 12, first down Seahawks. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Here's Wilson operating from the gun. And Wilson's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Rodney McLeod. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
Wentz and the Eagles now with a first and 10 at their own 18. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts. That's going to be their second. They'll be left with one more plus the 2-minute warning, and we'll be back.
Check, walk 54, walk 54. I'm coming for you, son. I'm coming for you.
Man 5-7. Grade 15, grade 15.
Now Wentz. And that's complete to Jeffrey. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. The big gainer there on the catch and run, 37 yards. Alshon Jeffrey so dangerous even when a defender's near him.
He's got such a big body, ability to run, positions himself well, excellent control. And you're exactly right. Even if people are draped on him, he often comes up with the catch. He really symbolizes what people are looking for in receivers in today's NFL.
Throwing on first is Wentz. He's going to let this go for the end zone. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by the free safety, Eric Berry. And he is all the way up past the 25. Well, they're not making it easy on themselves here down the stretch. 2 picks now in the fourth quarter, trying to hang on to that lead.
Talk about keeping someone in the game. Instead of being able to shut the door, it's still cracked open because they can come back on you now. The only people who are really happy about those picks, any fantasy team that has this defense.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes.
Yeah, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
And now here's a deep shot that's complete. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. Working the sideline there. Good route, good catch. First down, and he gets out of bounds.
Yeah, you have to like the play calling because you have to run some guys down the middle of the field to draw some of the defenders away. They can't just let them guard the sideline exclusively. That's how it's going to work. Sidelines and incompletions to use the clock.
Now Wilson. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Nigel Bradham flying in and laying the lumber defensively. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. They come up on a second down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire. Now on second and 16. Wilson. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to third down.
Pardon, you got to like what they're doing right there. Little by little, they're getting closer. Another good pickup.
The Seahawks on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. They're up against a 3rd-and-1 situation. Now on third down, that pass knocked down in the backfield and incomplete. This pass rush, they've been excellent all game long, and another example of it right there in the closing moment.
Not only with the pass rush, but how well they're coached, because if you don't quite get there, get to the quarterback, get your hands up into the passing lane and knock it away as we just saw there.
Down 7, and they've got to go for it here on 4th down. They're going on 4th down. It's Wilson. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a first down.
First down, Seahawks.
Throwing now is Wilson. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Fletcher Cox in there to drop him as that clock continues to run.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle.
Check 15. Safe.
Back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he can't corral it. That would have wrapped it up if he'd been able to hold on. Instead, it brings up third down. They took their shot for the end zone, almost cost him.
And he made the right play there, knocking it away. But, boy, it looked like he had a chance to come down with the football. And if he does that, this thing is over. Instead, he leaves him out there with another chance.
You can't block me. You can't block me. Right here.
Wilson to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Fletcher Cox in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. Now the Seahawks forced to use their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on fourth down.
Get that ball. Minus 42. Minus 42. Watch the crowd. Watch the crowd. Check, check. First down.
They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Fletcher Cox. And that's going to be just about all she wrote for this one. Wentz with a kneel down, and that will be the final act of this game. So fly, Eagles, fly. It's a victory for Philadelphia, and they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain a lot of... But now, it's about taking the ball away. Taking away possessions, getting the ball back for their offense. They had 3 takeaways in this one, and it led them to victory.
So for Philadelphia, they move back over 500 now at 6-5. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Miami Dolphins. Meanwhile, for Seattle, their luck may have run out as they